Craig Griffin universe.
I can still remember the first time you got that film on Netflix. Was it
Chosen?
Chosen.
Yeah,
Just
not
Chosen.
The Chosen. Not to be confused with the
Chosen.
biblical The Chosen.
Yeah.
Which is great. Mine's Chosen. Yeah.
Chosen.
It was a big deal it was only like $5 million budget. We shot in Sydney.
Oh, only?
Yeah, only.
It was sensational.
The reason that was a big deal though is because that was the first Chinese-Australian co-production to be sold to Netflix.
Right.
So that's why that was kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
And then that led to something else where I shot in Vegas for a few months, a Chinese production, and that led to a big budget thing in 2019 about the 70th anniversary of the Communist Party, where I played how do you say that? Sometimes I think in Chinese and it's embarrassing. A diplomat.
Yes.
An a US diplomat.
Yeah.
And his parents were missionaries, so he was born in China. It's a real guy.
Oh, okay.
And so that was really cool to play like a real person from history. And because you're able to do research on them and read real journals and information about them. So this guy, his parents were missionaries in China, so he was born there and grew up there, and so that's how he spoke Chinese. Right. And then he went back to America to university and came back to China in the 40s as a diplomat, and he met Mao Zedong. And this guy actually, it was interesting, he was trying to get President Roosevelt at the time. So there was a scene that I had in the Oval Office with President Roosevelt. He was trying to get him to support the communists at the time because Japan was invading. Right. And there was two parties, the communists and the nationalists. And they were kind of butting heads.
Yeah, they were at loggerheads.
Yeah, but this guy, his name was John Service, he was trying to get Roosevelt to supply weapons and meet both of them and help them to get rid of Japan first, and then they can work out their own problems.
Yeah.
But he actually snobbed the communists. He snobbed Mao Zedong. He didn't come over to see him, and he didn't fly Mao Zedong over to see him. And then that actually is Mao Zedong's origin story, and that's what led him to go to the Soviets for support. Because at the time he was more of he was called a communist, but he was more like a socialist, like a Bernie Sanders type. He wanted what was good for the people. He wanted equality, and he wanted to help the farmers, and he was a good guy.
Yeah, rather than more of like a Leninist.
Yeah, but then because he was snubbed by America, he went the Lenin-Stalin way, because that's who held his hand, and then he turned into Darth Vader.